Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sophia from My Great Challenge and this is my new project. I picked up this secretary hutch for free of the Facebook marketplace, and it's one of those things that I always wanted to have, and I actually use it. I do my fan mail on it, which I'm really behind on, but you know that. I love it. I really think it's cool. I love the way it looks. I've always admired the ones that I've seen at other people's places when we go visiting, and this is something that I think is a classical piece and really dresses up a room. The problem with it is that it's pretty old. It's from the 40s. This is not an original one. It's very well made. It's a Maddox, which is an American brand. So it's from the 1940s, and the lady who had it had purchased it sometimes in the late 70s and didn't want it anymore. So she bought it. It was already 30 something years old, and initially she was going to sell it, and I couldn't pick it up on time. She wanted to have it out by Thursday, and I could only go on Saturday. So what she did was put it on the side of the house, and it rained. But she was smart enough to put it with the back showing, so the front wasn't really damaged, but the back was. It took water. So by the time I got it, the drawers are a little tight because the wood swell, and the back needs to be redone, but that's okay because I'm industrious and motivated. I'm going to restore it. Now, if you don't know how to restore furniture, rest easy. Neither do I. I've never done it before. This is not something that I know how to do, but this is the perfect piece of furniture to learn, because if I do a good job, I keep it. If I don't, I know it. I've made mistakes, and I'll pick another piece of furniture later down the road and keep practicing. It's not costing me much, but labor and a few tools and supplies or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is empty it, and then I'm gonna give you, while we're inside, I'm gonna give you a full tour of what it looks like, every little parts that needs to be fixed, and then I'm gonna bring it to the deck so that I can start working on it. It's probably gonna be more than 2 videos because it's gonna take me some time. It's not that I want to stretch the videos, it's just that I have other things that I need to do, other videos, so I can't just spend the entire day doing this, and plus I want to take my time and do a good job. So let me empty it, and then after that we'll take a tour. So this is what it looks like once it's empty, and the drop top is open. I'm gonna close it so you can see what it looks like when it's closed. Okay, and here's the front. So let's look at it a little bit closer. I'm gonna start with the top. This piece right here is actually coming off, so that's gonna have to be re-glued, and you can see there's like some nicks here and there. This was already broken once, that finial, so obviously it's gonna have to get fixed as well. This one's still attached pretty good. This whole piece here looks good. I'm just gonna put some restore finish on it. The shelves are good. What I like about them again is that they have the grooves, so I can put plates, but you can see that the back here is warped. That's the veneer, the mahogany veneer, and that's the whole back that I want to remove. And what I'll probably do is a back that has a fabric, like a light color, because I want to revamp it a little bit. I'm not going to restore it to its original beauty. I just want to refinish it and make it look really, really neat. So here's the secretary part, and this part here does not come off. It's pretty much secure, but you can tell that there's a lot of little nicks and scratches on the wood. So the drawers will need a light sanding and probably a restain. Same thing here. There's little pieces here and there of veneer that I gotta figure out where they go to. And these two pieces here open the secret drawers, but really everybody knows they exist. Put that back in, and this one comes off as well. And then there's that little piece right here. So there are some of them that actually have a secret compartment in the back here where you can lift the back and you can put stuff in it. This is not the case with this one. Close that. So all of these little buttons here I have to polish and retightened. All of this needs to be restained, you know, lightly sanded and restained. Here's another piece. I got to figure out where it goes to. I'm going to put it in one of the drawers with this one. Okay, the tabletop. Oh, here's another one. Let's not lose that. Okay, the tabletop. Clearly, I need to completely strip of its finish, and I need to sand it because it does have scratches, heavy-duty scratches. So all of this here I need to refinish. So that's just the top. The doors, the fretwork is missing some pieces and it's a little warped, so I can definitely glue this back in here and here to get it straight. Again, I don't want to remove it, or maybe I will. I got to think about it. It's kind of hard to find this particular type of fretwork. I have to measure it. I've been online. It's mullion fretwork. It can be expensive if you want it in wood. And I'm trying to keep it in its original as much as possible. So the other thing I was thinking of doing, but I wouldn't know how to do it other than having to remove this piece here, is to actually invert it. Remove the glass, take out those little baguettes here, remove the glass and flip the whole thing around so that the good part of the fretwork that's not damaged would be on the front, and this can be restained but would be flipped on the back. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm thinking that could actually be a good solution if I want to keep the original one. Let's look at the other one. Same thing. You see there's some scratches here. All of this needs to be clean. And this one is actually not too bad. Again, it's warped. Let me close this. So I would have to re-glue it, but the problem is you would see the glue on the other side. So I don't know. The easiest thing to do would be to just entirely remove it and, you know, spend the bucks and get a replacement. But they're hard to find, especially that design. This is the key, the original key, and it actually does open the secretary top as well. And then it has, this is beveled here. All of this here needs to be sanded, varnish removed, sanded, and then it has the little hook thing here. I don't know if you can see. Maybe you can see it this way. Okay, so that's the little hook to close it. All right, let's close the top. So let me close the top and lock it. And you can see that there's a sliding mechanism here that comes out. when you close or open, that's for the purpose of holding the table. All right, so let me close this. The top is not too damaged. Obviously, they had left it open for most of its existence, but there is some parts here that need to be repaired. The first drawer is actually in pretty good shape, but again, it needs to be lightly sanded and cleaned, and then all of these here hardware need to be repolished. This part here needs to be fixed. There's a chip here that's missing. I got to see if the one that I have up in the drawer is part of it. There's nicks here and there, and same thing here. So all of this lightly sanded. Let's look at the feet. Feet are beautiful. These are claw feet. Really, really nice, but needs to be cleaned, and all of this needs to be restained. I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod, and we're gonna see how easily I can slide the drawers. So drawer number one, not bad. I guess the wood is not swollen anymore. Dupont. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's not a Maddox, maybe it's a Dupont, who knows? I have to figure that out. It's missing one of those pieces here, but I don't plan on putting really heavy things in there, so it's okay, and all of that will have to be washed. Drawer number two. I'm actually kind of glad that the drawers are not stuck anymore, because I wasn't looking forward to having to sand them. Here's another piece. I'll have to figure out where it goes to. And drawer number three. There we go. So that opens up. Excellent. Okay. All right. So one of the things that I didn't do when I picked it up was to see if all the drawers use the same key, because sometimes the drawers look like they have a key, but it's non-functioning. Yay! It's the little things. So the drawers can be closed too. That's excellent. Excellent. Okay, here's that one side here. I see some scratches. These I'm not sure what they are. Back feet. Oh, and by the way, if we want to look at how bad is it? Not too bad. The little robot is actually doing its job. It's going all the way in the back. Okay, so here's the back of it. That's the piece of veneer that got all warped from water. So this I have to remove. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Same thing here. I don't feel like I need to keep the veneer in the back because that's going to be against the wall eventually. And then this side here looks less damaged than the other side, so that's fine. Let's look at the top here. What's this? Looks like veneer. And the piece here that's broken, that's gonna have to be re-nailed. Yeah, all right. So that's it. Here's my before. I can't wait. I think it's gonna look really neat. And what I'm gonna do now before we take it out is take a picture of this window here and see if I can eventually find a fretwork replacement, because I really would like to keep it. I don't know how to fix this, so We'll see. So here we are outside. I don't know how good the lighting is going to be outside, but I can't really do this on the inside. So what I want to show you is the label in the back. Right here, let me see. I hope you can tell it says Maddox Reproduction, Colonial Reproductions, Jamestown. So one of the things that I was thinking about, since I'm going to remove the back, all that veneer here, I'm just going to pull it off and then this will get restained. I can actually use pieces of that veneer to fix the pieces here that are missing. And I think that's what I'm going to do. What is he eating?
A bun.
What are you eating?
A bun.
A bun? Okay. So I have hot water with Murphy's oil and a bunch of rags and brushes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wash the whole thing. Now again, this is, for the most part, it's solid wood. This is solid wood, but there's a lot of veneer. Veneer, you don't want to fully sand it. Light grit at 150 just to remove enough of the varnish, and then you can restain. Well, I thought I was going to find a long lost love letter. It's just an index card. There's not even any writing on it. Alright, let me start cleaning this. I'm going to wash the inside. Here and then on the top. The whole thing. And then I'll wash outside. Let it dry and then I'll start lightly sanding with a 150 grit. I'm gonna need to change water. This is just from the inside of the drawers and the feet. That's it. So these supposedly are clean now, and all of this, obviously I need to sand a little bit. You can see the wood is kind of soft here, but everything's been washed. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change my water, put on new water and go at it a second time, and then I'll move on to the sides and the front. I did this part right here, so that looks a little bit cleaner. I did it. I removed the back. It's just so damaged and warped. No regrets. I can replace it. And again, I'm gonna do like a chinoiserie type fabric in the background, and I think it's gonna look really nice. Okay, so here we go, and it's all clean. I washed it twice. And yes, I removed the back, and that's fine because I have grooves. I can do another back with a nice fabric. I washed the drawers. Everything's clean. I don't know what these stripes are. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see close up. Oh, here you go. What are those? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna start by sanding all the edges that are kind of like not really good, that have been nicked and marked or whatever. See if I can round them a little bit. So this is a 150 grit. It's about as smooth as it gets. And I just want to clean it up a little bit. All I'm doing really is kind of like rounding everything, you know, kind of like making whatever dip and nicks that it was in there less visible. Like the corner right here is looking much better. I'm not trying to bring it back to as though it was brand new. I'm just, you know, making it look better and fix it a little bit. So this part right here really needs a lot of work. So I'm going to take my time and I'm just going to go and smooth it out as much as I can. Let me do the top, and I'm gonna go in the sense of the grain. Okay, so I've done the entire piece except the front of the drawers. I'm gonna start this. I have a brand new block. Let's see what I can do. Well, the whole thing is sanded except the top and the front of the drawers, including the little drawers. But here's the desktop, and I think I pretty much got everything. I mean, there's some, little marks here and there, but I think once it's stained, it really it won't show. Front looks pretty good. What I'm gonna do is go get the steel wool and polish everything with the steel wool, and then I'll get the tack cloth, or maybe the leaf blower, even better. I'll do that to blow all the stuff, and then I'll stop there. And then in the next video, what I'll do is stain. I hope it works. I mean, I think it's gonna look good. Now, here's the thing. Say for instance that the stain doesn't take. It won't take too long for me to realize that. So what I'll do is that I'll sand whatever I've stained and chalk paint. I can chalk paint it any color. Can do off-white, gray, green, hot pink, whatever, because it's smooth like a baby's butt right now. So I think if it doesn't work, if I can't restain it, that's what I'll do. I'll paint it. And I may even take the top off and it would fit in the basement. I may do that. Alright, let me go get my steel wool. I'll be right back. And really the purpose of the steel wool is none other than just smoothing things out a little bit further. See, the steel wool does a great job at really smoothing out all the corners. Alright, here goes. So here's the front right claw foot, and everything is nicely rounded. This is really, really nice and smooth. I have no idea what's going on here. Those stripes, it's not on the other side, it's only on this side. And the wood grain, I know you can't see because I'm backlit, but the wood grain is going this way. So I don't know what these are. Maybe it's water damage from a long time ago, possibly, I don't know. So I doubt this is going to get covered. But the front is done. See, the other side doesn't have that at all. So all sanded. And let's look at the desk. Okay, and this is what the desk looks like. So I'm going to leave you at that, and I'll come back in the next video. So this is an interesting experiment. This is the first time I do something like this. I mean, so far it looks like it's going to work. I really like what I did with the claw feet. They come out like really nice and smooth. I'm hoping the stain takes on. I don't see why not. When I removed the varnish really and the old stain, so it's just gonna kind of blend, hopefully. Definitely gonna change the back because this is so bad. If you remember from the beginning of the video, I told you that she left it with its back up to the sky, so it rained and it got damaged, and that's all right. I'll just put another piece of whatever and I could even stain it the same color. It doesn't have to be fabric. I kind of like the idea of doing something lighter so you can really see what's inside, and then it looks less massive. I still don't know what I want to do with the fretwork. It bothers me that it's damaged and it's curved. I've seen people remove it. I don't mind the idea of removing it altogether. It kind of like opens up the whole thing to a curio cabinet. I could also replace it. I've seen it available online. It's usually squares, so it would be like two designs on top of each other. Definitely not the same design than this. It would have to be something different. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I've seen people take it and remove it from the front but apply it to the back. Like instead of fabric, they do like a contrast and they apply it to the back. I think it's a blog that I looked at, and the lady had it like it was like a lime color for the whole back, and she kept the fretwork in white, so it gave it like a nice texture. But it was the same one. She just painted it and applied it to the back. So I don't want to do that. I don't know what I want to do with the fretwork. I'm more and more inclined to just removing it, but then it loses its charm. So I have to keep looking and see if I can find one that's similar and fits. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe right here in the corner and click the bell button so you get notified every time I post a new video. And you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at mygreatchallenge for, behind the scenes, more updates. And my Etsy shop, Frenchie and Tubby, for vintage finds and channel merch, My Great Challenge gift, also on Etsy. And if you want to know more about what's going on behind those walls and a more intimate look at my family life, you can support this channel and my Patreon at patreon.com/mygreatchallenge. All the links are down below. I will talk to you later in the next video. Actually, next video is a gardening video for my weekly series, and then after that it's going to be part 2 of, what do you call it? A secretary desk. That's what we're going to call it. Part 2 coming up after the gardening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.